And I want to welcome you to another episode of Beyond the Surface Radio. I'm your host, Dr. Wanda J. Evans-Brewer. And this evening I want to talk about dating my Ghanaian husband. Dating my Ghanaian husband. So it's taken me a year to completely figure out that my husband doesn't know how to date. Now, you have to understand that Isaac is on many levels a gentleman and a scholar. He's a sweet guy. He's helpful. He's kind. These are all a part of his representation. I call it the representative. We all have one, and this was part of his. He's God-fearing. He goes to church. He's nice to ladies. He doesn't get into rifts with men. He's a peacekeeper. And so in presenting himself as a helpful person, and me coming with this huge itinerary of places and things to do, and him functioning as my human GPS, he's always been rather grateful and helpful and glad to go along to all of the various spots in Ghana we've gone to. And we have gone to Kumasi, to Cape Coast. We've gone over to Akusi. We've gone up in Mampong into the mountains. We've gone a little bit into the Volta region. We've gone, so we've done a fair share as part of my itinerary. So in the last few months, I've slowed down my itinerary. I'm not taking us all these places because I'm not doing the same level of outreach. So that means it's down to the man and the woman. And I realized, I said, he doesn't suggest anything. He doesn't really want to go anywhere. He doesn't say, what is this? He doesn't dance. He doesn't go to concerts. So what is this? And so for Gia's birthday, I took her to Aqua Safari. For his birthday, we went to the Balti Falls. We did a couple of other sort of smaller tours, and he has absolutely enjoyed all of them. Now, recently, just as of late, I had decided, I said, I have to go back into myself. I have to come back to me. I enjoy getting tickets to things and going out, and I like seeing what the cultural events are. These are things that all my children, I have 4 of them, I raised them, going to the theater, going to concerts, listening to orchestra, enjoying live bands, giving them lessons, whether it was dance or instrument or sports. And so I want to get back into that because it looks like I'm staying another year in Ghana. So I need to be me and not live like him, which is very restrictive. You do the basic things. You go to market, you get a car to go if you have business to take care of in Accra or Community 1 or any of the communities, but you don't really structure anything around just having fun, just having entertainment, just engaging for the hell of it. And I realized, I said, part of my homesickness here is that I'm getting into the drudgery of what it means to be living in Ghana. The only time there's some excitement is when you run out of water and you're ordering water and the truck comes to deliver water, or you have some, visa extension you got to take care of at Accra, but you're not really enjoying like a band at a tavern, or stopping at your favorite restaurant, or deciding to check out a new coffee or tea on a menu. And so I said to him, I said, I have to leave you behind and come back into myself, and I need it and my daughter needs it. And so we've begun to do some of that, some of it with him, some of it separately. Well, recently I got tickets to the movie theater. I said, listen, I want to go to the movies. I didn't know y'all had a movie theater. I contacted my assistant Joseph, and he linked me and gave me everything that I needed to set it up. And so I brought it to him, and I said, what do you think about going to the movies? And he said, I would love to. He said, actually, I've never been before. I said, wow. I said, you've never been at all? Like, not even as a teenager or as a church group or nothing? Like, no, I've never been. It'll be an experience for me. So, this is in sharp contrast to an American experience where, not only are movies like dating spots and group gatherings, as teens, that's where we hook up and have a good time at a matinee. It's also a common date spot. It's a church getaway. It's where we, survey the latest film. We have drive-ins where you can sit in your car and pull up and eat and sit out there and enjoy. So the concept that you would be this old, because he's in his 40s, and you've never been to a movie, you've never been to the actual movie theater, bought tickets, got popcorn, sat in front of that giant screen, it's just unfathomable. Well, it's true. And these are the little nuanced things when you're dating, sometimes with the Ghanaians, or that you have to prepare for. Because what I'm discovering is a lot of times they've been in their own country. They know of various things that are exciting and fun and interesting, but they haven't really had the opportunity to enjoy it themselves. It's just too much labor, too much rip, too much run. And of course, there's a class system. There are those who have money and travel and go do a lot of things, but this is 70% of a country that has, that percentage of poverty, or people at a poverty line. And my husband most certainly was falling at it. So I had two things I had to do with that in my mind and in my heart. I said, well, now I get why when my itinerary slowed down, he didn't have a contribution. He didn't have nothing to offer me except occasionally saying, let's walk to the beach. He doesn't know how to date because he hasn't dated. But it's not because he won't date or he's disinterested in dating. So I said, you know what? I'm going to start dating my husband. Once or twice a month, I'll find something that he and I can go to. There are various things that go on that are actually relatively inexpensive and downright free. But it doesn't matter. I'm going to set aside the money and the time just like I would in the U.S. and I'm going to take him. So we went to the movies. There's a screening that's coming up in the next month. I'm going to see if I can find it and share it with you. That I told him, I said, I want us to go to it. But we also have a friend that has a place in, well, I shouldn't say we, he's my friend. He has a place in Prom. He's just opened up, and he's offering salsa lessons and line dancing every Friday, starting at 7. They go to 10, and then after that, they engage in some other stuff. So I told him, I said, listen, I want to go to that. And I thought he was going to be a resistor because he actually doesn't dance. And I love to dance. He doesn't dance. But because they're offering lessons, he said, to my surprise, he said, that sounds like fun. I wouldn't mind trying. I said, oh, okay. There's some help. We can definitely get some help. So I'm going to try dating him. I'm going to try dating him, teaching him how to date, because I told him, I said, that's actually important to me as a woman. I don't believe in a life full of misery. I don't want to join you in misery. I didn't leave my home country to come here and fall into a routine of misery. The film screening is called When Women Speak. It is January 27th at 7 p.m. and it's going to be at the National Theater. Okay, venue, Folks Place, National Theater. So we're going to go and check out that screening. And I'm going to continue working on dating my husband, everything from checking out new cuisine. There's a Thai restaurant. I love Thai food. It's in Accra. And what they offer is the food and a 30-minute massage. I want to try that with him. I'm confident he hasn't done that. Just various little standard things and a few little quirky things I think is going to keep us having fun and building memories and give me even more reason to stay here and continue to try to see what kind of marriage this is. We're going into our 3rd year. So our anniversary is, believe it or not, it's Valentine's Day. It's February 14th. So, yeah, let's see. I'm learning to the value of dating my Ghanaian husband, because he actually, even with his previous relationships, they did not date. He does not have a history of dating, and I am one in a million, second to none. He has to date me. We need to go on dates. We need to break up the monotony of just everyday living and build some beautiful memories. You've been listening to Beyond the Surface Radio, and I'm your host, Dr. Wanda J. Evans-Brewer. Until we meet again, be safe in God's grace.